Uh, Alright, everyone. Welcome back to this channel and welcome back to this video. So this is the part six of my journey of writing my first thesis paper. So the sixth research video. So in this video, so in the last videos, we have learned about what consciousness is, and then also we have covered a paper called Conscious AI, in which we have come across a technique that is that technique for building consciousness, which is a proposal. A technique was proposed, and a social theory of consciousness was emphasized in that paper. Uh, a very good paper. It was like a pretty good paper. And now I bring to this paper symbiosis, not alignment, as a goal of liberal democracy, the transition to artificial intelligence. Again, we are going to use a specific part of it in which AJ alignment is considered irrelevant, is considered bad, uh, which actually a very good research paper. And then we're also going to like start writing. So I'm also going to not that. I'm also going to like open the paper that we have been writing, right? And then we're also going to start writing this video. Hopefully, that is something we're going to write. And also, we also have this paper, which again I'll try to cover and maybe include some details of this into our paper, like uh, what what like different types of AI alignment techniques and all. I'll also try to read it again after that. And then we also have this talk by with this guy named Paul Bloom, this man named Paul Bloom. Can artificial intelligence be model? And then yeah, that is so so like that is the content that we will cover in the future and in this video. So first, I think let's get to this paper. Symbiosis, not alignment, as a goal for republic democracies into the transition of artificial general intelligence. First of all, not alignment, right? So we're going to emphasize on this. So why is alignment technique? Why are alignment techniques not good? Why shouldn't we align AI into to human values, right? Let's say, why shouldn't we make AI our pet? Right? That's a very good way of putting it. So I'll just open that notes and I'll just write it. We'll have a new notes for this paper. Yeah. Question one. First question. Question. Why can't you make AI our pet? Like what is bad with this idea? Right. That is what we're going to see. Uh, I've had like a little overview of this paper, but then again like not enough, I'm sure. So we will go through this paper again and let's see what information details we could find. Abstract: a transition to a world with artificial general intelligence may occur within the next few decades. Okay, this transition may give rise to catastrophic risks from missile and AGI, which have received a significant amount of attention, deservedly. Here, I argue that AGI systems that are intent aligned, they always try to do what their operators want them to do, would also create catastrophic risk, mainly due to the power that they concentrate on their operators. Very interesting idea, right? So if AI would completely, AI would be in complete control of the one who operates it. So that is also kind of catastrophic. That is the argument that this man here, Simon, is arguing in this paper. And then with time, the power would almost certainly be catastrophically exploited, potentially resulting in human extinction or permanent dystopia, right? Paul claims. I suggest that liberal democracies, if they decide to allow the development of AGI, may react to this threat by letting AGI take shape as an intergenerational social project, resulting in an arrangement where AGI is not intent aligned but symbiotic with humans. I provide some tentative ideas on what the resulting arrangement may look like and consider what speaks for and what against aiming for intent aligned AGI as an intermediate. Again, so yeah, you're saying this word liberal again and again here. I don't think, yeah, this has nothing to do with like left and right of the governments and politics. I mean, I personally like, I mean, like, yeah, like I don't want to like get into politics and all. Yeah, I don't think it is very relevant. I don't think politics is very relevant here. But the word liberal might just tempt you in believing something. So please don't do that. Okay. Anyway, so let's get to the introduction. The development of artificial intelligence that is superior to human intelligence in almost all conceivable aspects in general in scope may take place in the next few decades. Okay. Yeah. Should we like read it, or can we just like summarize it? Maybe summarizing it is better. Uh, right. So where is the most important? Okay. So far, so up to the second part, I'll just copy it and I'll summarize it to ChatGPT, so such that we don't have to like waste our time almost reading all of that. Just up to that, I'll put it, and then we'll go to ChatGPT and just summarize it. You know, just see what it is talking about. Let's see if there is any important information, or if it's all just uh, not very useful. Summarize the introduction of a research paper, of this research paper, of the research paper. Yeah, or yeah, of a research paper. Right? Anyway, sorry for my bad English, but really elaborate. I'll just say. So we'll just read it. So the introduction of the research paper outlines several key points and perspectives regarding regarding the development of artificial general intelligence and its potential implications for society, particularly within liberal democracies. Let's break down and elaborate on some of these points. Significance of AGI development. Significance of AGI development. The paper posits that the development of AGI, which could surpass human intelligence in various domains, represents a potentially momentous change in history. It combines, yeah, I just have to, uh, maybe it compares the transition to past transformative events such as agriculture, scientific, and industrial revolutions. This sets the stage for understanding the gravity of the situation and the need for careful consideration of its implications, uncertainty, and risks. While acknowledging the potential benefits of AGI, the paper also highlights the uncertainty and risk associated with its development. It suggests that catastrophic outcomes are possible if the transition to a world with AGI is not managed effectively. This includes risk related to power concentration and power potential threats to human rights and welfare. Interesting, right? Again, as I've told here, as I've elaborated before, uh, desirable outcomes for liberal democracies. The paper proposes that if liberal democracies decide to allow the development of AGI, they should aim for a transition that aligns with their values and principles. Okay. Uh, this includes ensuring the AGI agents respect human and civil rights, integrate well with with democratic structures, and contribute to enhancing human welfare and flourishing. This establishes a framework for evaluating the implications of AGI development from the perspective of liberal democratic societies. Alignment versus unalignment. The paper introduced the concept of alignment, which refers to the extent to which AGI systems pursue objectives that match the intentions of the operators. While alignment is often considered desirable, the paper questions whether it is necessary for a positive AGI transition. I suggest that unaligned AI, developed as a social project to prevent power concentration, may offer advantages over solely focusing on achieving alignment with human intentions. Okay. Definition of AGI and alignment. The paper provides a broad characterization of AGI, emphasizing its potential role in shaping power relations. It also discusses alignment in terms of intent alignment, where AI systems are considered aligned if they behave in according according to the intentions of their operators. This clarifies key concepts that will be further explored in this paper. In the paper. Uh, so yeah, very interesting, right? Again, not any new information. Not I don't see any very important information. Again, the same point that if alignment, if alignment is the if alignment is used, so the human operators, whatever whoever they are, they could easily align this AI with their own intelligence, and it will be a again powerful objects in the hands of humans. It's always bad, right? Whether it is atomic bombs or whatever, powerful weapons in the hands of few, right? That is always bad, right? We should. That's why we should have a democracy and all. That's why we should have a system that is decentralized and it is not controlled by one single person or something. So yeah, maybe aligned AGI is bad, and that is what we are going to see in this section. Catastrophic risk from misaligned AI, AGI. AGI that is unaligned in the right way contrasts sharply with catastrophically misaligned AGI. Catastrophically misaligned AGI is plausibly one of the largest global catastrophic risks that humanity may face in the next few decades. Perhaps the largest. The worry can be traced back to Weiner, and the argument is forcefully made by these people and many others. In a nutshell, the fundamental worry is that there will be incentives to develop goal-directed autonomous AI agents. That those agents' ultimate goal will at some point turn out to be in conflict with complex human norms and values, and that those agents, using their superior intelligence, will there take control of human affairs, creating a from the human point of view dis- dystopian state of affairs with no escape, or simply kill off all the humans. Okay. Mhm. Those who develop AGI will possibly try to design it such that it follows their intentions. They are thus intrinsically motivated to strive for alignment and a fortiori intrinsically motivated to avoid catastrophic misalignment. There are thus strong incentives for those trying to develop AGI to prevent it from being catastrophically misaligned. However, front runners in the development of AGI may create catastrophically misaligned AGI by accident, even though this is against their own best interest. Because they may believe correctly or wrongly that they are in a race with competitors and must therefore deprioritize safety for the sake of speed. AGI should make us particularly concerned about aligned AI. A completely aligned AGI by definition tries to do what its operators want, whatever that is. But because such an AGI is cognitively far more advanced than any human, and because such cognitive skills convey great power, it plausibly conveys great power on its operators. Agents with a monopoly on, or near monopoly of aligned or near aligned AGI may well have power that is far superior to that provided by any technology today, including the most advanced contemporary surveillance technology, or for that matter, nuclear weapons. Okay, there are at least three types of catastrophic scenarios that could result from the misuse of aligned AGI. Alignment arguably does not have to be perfect at any stage for these to be realistic concerns. Military scenarios, totalitarian scenarios, and scenarios resulting in AGI in control and or catastrophic misaligned after all. In scenario resulting AGI in control and catastrophic misaligned after all. Okay. Which of these would become most urgent? Which of these would become most urgent in extreme difficulty to predict because they all take place in a world with much more advanced technological boundaries and radically different power structure from today. Very nice. Very. Oh shit! I should probably like, yeah. So I think I should read like this, right? Yeah. So I think yeah. Wait a minute. Oh, sorry. Okay. So we should read like this. We have this also to read. I forgot that. Should read like this. Catastrophic risk of Alan So we have read all that. We have read the above situations, but above details, but I left that very bad. But we'll just read it. Threats from developers in AI to the rights-based order of liberal democracies are widely discussed, including ones that arise from the intentional misuse of AGI. Ted Crawford goes as far as saying that existing AI systems across the board are designed to discriminate, to amplify hierarchies, and to encode narrow classifications. Even though this sentiment does not seem to be universally shared, academics unfamiliar with the case for AGI driven existential risk commonly seem to be more concerned about intentional than unintentional harm from AI. However, this it does not seem to be widely appreciated and made explicit that worries about harm from intentional. I mean, AGI use should make. We have read all that. So yeah, it is. I mean, we have got the point, right? We have got the point. Again, there are problems with the unaligned AI. Unaligned AI that is uncontrollable, right? You could say. And then there is also aligned AI in which the operators control everything. The operators, now we have some, I don't know, maybe in the future, development of AGI becomes much more uh, wide scale, or maybe a lot of people can do it, and then operators may build AGI and have their intentions, and they could just control these powerful AGI models, and then who knows the abilities AI is going to hold in the future, right? Who knows the abilities AGI is going to hold, and then with the wrong intentions, a lot of harm can be done. With so humans' intentions will be aligned. So they will be aligned with human intentions, each human's intentions, and then lot of uh, complete monopoly of their operators on the AI. It will cause a lot of harm. In the paper, it is described that even nuclear weapons, even the harm is much greater than of nuclear weapons, which I think is not at all over exaggerated. So anyway, so these are the three scenarios in which aligned AI may, uh, yeah. So yeah, so at least there are three types of scenarios that could arise from misuse of aligned AI. These are the three scenarios. We'll just go through these scenarios and let's see what there is. And I wonder what the other part of the paper is about. Again, we'll try to read it. Again, after reading this, I think we could maybe go out and read, like write the paper. I think we could. I think we will. We'll do that. Uh, and then are there like any other papers or things? Okay, so I think we'll write it. Uh, Military scenarios. AI systems have powerful military applications already today. Aligned AJ can plausibly be deployed as a weapon that is far more versatile than any weapon today and potentially far more powerful than even a large scale arsenal of nuclear weapons because it can be used in a more targeted manner may and it may well be possible to use aligned AGI to indirectly wield the same destructive force as a nuclear weapon arsenal. Uh, for instance, by manipulating, circumventing, or displacing those at present control nuclear weapons. Okay, interesting. Okay. Totalitarian scenarios. There are scenarios where aligned AGI is used by its operators to establish stable, sustainable totalitarianism with the AGI operator in charge as a dictator. Aligned AGI could help such a dictator to eliminate threats and limits to their grip on power that today's AI system do not yet allow authoritarian rulers to eliminate. Surveillance and other forms of automated citizen control enabled by AGI could eliminate internal challenges. Military superiority enabled by AGI could eliminate external challenges and or even create a road to world government, the AGI operator in charge as global human dictator. Conceivably, though admitted speculatively, the dictator could use AGI-enabled life extension research to dramatically increase their. Okay, okay. That is also that is yeah. I mean, I think yeah. I think the author is looking uh, pretty far in the future, but okay. It's so interesting. Uh, Yeah, again, the same points repeated here. I would say, and then this one, let's see, the 4.3. There are scenarios where AGI starts out aligned and ends up catastrophically misaligned after all. This could happen, for instance, if aligned AGI is initially used by some dictator or narrow elite as a tool of power consolidation, and subsequently given a large autonomy to handle internal and external challenges more effectively, efficiently than dictators themselves is able to. At some point, the dictator, either voluntarily or involuntarily, may irrevocably transfer most of their powers to the AGI, resulting in a stable dystopian state of affairs with AGI in control after all. Individually, these scenarios are extremely speculative, and my point is not that any specific version of them is particularly likely. My main point is that if aligned AGI is developed, some very serious kind of misuse with enduring catastrophic consequences at a global scale is probable, perhaps inevitable in time. Uh, okay. Even if the initial operators, even the initial operators of aligned AGI use it benevolently and beneficially, say, to stimulate economic growth in development countries, drive back poverty, and address global problems such as climate change, risk of pandemics, such like is almost sure to run out at some point. For instance, because the intentions of AGI operators change, or because they are new operators. Allied AGI may offer power-hungry agents the tool that they desire to expand and consolidate their power even further, eliminating whichever factors still limit in time and space, whether those are the mechanisms of rule-based democratic order in the US, the military forces that currently keep Russian imperialism at least somewhat in check, and the employment and sexual harassment laws that check the impulses of CEOs or whatever else. It is instructive to compare the risks from catastrophically misaligned AI with those from aligned AI using Bostrom's distinction between state race associated with rather stable states of affairs and transformative risks that arise from the transition between states. Uh, Misaligned AGI predominantly creates a transition risk. The risk might initially be very high, but it goes to near zero if and when it is understood how one develops intent aligned AGI and succeeds in implementing this understanding. Aligned AGI, in contrast, predominantly creates a state risk. Its very existence generates a permanent threat of catastrophic superintelligence, enhanced power abuse. All right, so yeah, that's the information, right? That is what we have seen. So we do need something. We do need a method. Uh, we should find better ways to align AGI. I mean, if we have like intent alignment where one operator will like control an AI, then well, I mean, he could like use it as a powerful tool because AGI will of course get very powerful in the future. It will almost transform every industry and every field. So therefore, having the power over AGI, if one organization or one person has power over it, I think a lot of things are going to change, and maybe maybe even the establishment of dictatorship. Who knows, right? Where uh, if the entirety of everything is controlled by AI, right? If social media and social media management and recommendations and everything controlled by, let's say, one singular AI or some AI agents, then control over AI agents is good. Like if someone like controls it, they could basically like do whatever they want. They could be like the ultimate dictators. Uh, like a lot of systems also AI may control. A lot of things also are digital now. A lot of information, powerful machines. They're all controlled digitally. So yeah, who knows? Like even maybe even nuclear weapons, right? No, who said? The world leaders say, right? So they have like one button which they press which on pressing like the nuclear weapons uh will be like will the attack will happen with just like a button, they say. who knows, right? If everything is everything happens digitally, maybe AI could control it. Maybe AI becomes that powerful. Uh, like who knows, right? Who predicted the the invention of ChatGPT? Like I don't think no one did, especially way back, at the introduction of deep learning and neural networks. Right? So that is what up to now that is what we have seen with this paper. It's a very interesting paper. It sure is. Uh, that is what we have seen. So I think we'll start writing. Let's start analyzing what we have seen up to until now, and then we'll write some disadvantages to alignment. So I'll also write something on my own. I'll write. Let's yeah, I think we could do it from here. I think we could do it from here and maybe do it after. So let me just increase the font to maybe uh, that's too much. So what should I title it? Title this section. Maybe something like uh, let's say is AI alignment or let's just pick something more catchy, right? How about is that it? Right. So is that it? As in is that enough? Is this so? Before this section, we have like introduced some uh, not introduced some we have surveyed some uh, preference optimization techniques, right? After that, we have this section, which is probably the main section of the research paper. Is that uh, it says is that it? Like is our alignment techniques enough? So that is a question that we will try to do solve here. Well, right? Well, so how should I start it? Yeah, let's try to like go a little bit deeper into the topic. Um, this is it. Are these simple alignment techniques sufficient sufficient to sufficient enough build safe, perfectly safe and moral AI about all the sci-fi movies and narratives. All the sci-fi movies and narratives we have, all sci-fi movies we have watched, sci-fi movies we have watched, and books that we have read. What about all the predictions? All the predictions of about all the know controversial predictions of artificial intelligence or the future of AI. Uh, well, in this section, we will dive deeper, dive deep the effectiveness, uh, into whether these alignment techniques are efficient enough or enough, are the, whether these elements are enough for building safe and moral AGI in the future, right? Like I know, maybe we could like expand or elaborate in uh, things. So that's it. Is it? Are these simple alignment techniques sufficient enough to build perfectly safe and moral AI? What about all sci-fi movies we have watched and books we have read? What about the current predictions of the future of AI? In the section, we dive deeper. Okay, maybe we could add something here. Just delete that. Uh, okay, which is predictions of the future of AI. What we can write? Um, okay. Are these AI models? Okay, so something like something like. Is this what we need? Okay. Or we could like keep this. I think we could keep this, right? Uh, and then we could like start the next paragraph, which is uh, yeah. I think we could like first of all we could like start writing on a very higher level, and then maybe make changes and as we go on. I'll just write on a very high level. Let's see. Alignment techniques, preference alignment techniques are pretty much enough. Or what will yeah, pretty much enough. Are considered or yeah, something like that. Are considered effective and efficient to make an AI model moral to make an AI model moral moral, right? Uh, on a very high level. Or yeah, right. You could say although it may be true on a very high level. Although it may be true on a very high level, if you think about it, it's a little depth, a little deeper level, you may conclude that this might not be that effective, right? And why is that? Right, and it just might not be that effective. Mm, some um, many researchers, some researchers, I will say, some researchers shared the same idea or conclusion critique these techniques. And now we could like start section on why is that. So like we could uh, you know give some conclusions, uh, right? So and then I think I've forgot one another research paper which I think I should remember. I think yeah, I do think like I have came across another paper. Is it this? That is the other one. Then um, well, this is the other paper that I've been talking about. We'll also come to that paper again while writing the introduction. So what other things can we write? Let's see. What consider effective and efficient to make an AI model. Maybe it's one very high. Yeah, but can critique these techniques. Uh, here are some reasons in this section. You'll share you will share some concerns, problems, and limitations. Some concerns. We share some concerns with other, or what we can say. We share some inefficiency from some concerns, the problems of AGI, of uh, alignment techniques, of these simple alignment techniques. Uh, the simple alignment techniques, what uh, conveyed by some researchers, right? So that is, and that should be enough. Uh, right. So um, interesting. We share some concerns and problems of these simple alignment techniques conveyed by some researchers, right? Uh, and then I think that's it. Is that the introduction for this section? Is that it? Is that it for this section? Is that it? All right. So yeah. So I think I'll start writing. So first problem with the alignment techniques is that what is the problem? If you think about it, uh, data might be changing. All right, that is something. Morality might be changing, and then morality cannot be defined by like one preferred and dispreferred answers. Of course, morality in general cannot be called like that, right? That is one thing we could put in there. And then this one, the paper, the concern of the paper, is that aligned AI will be used by some people and it will be controlled on a large level to affect the humans in the future. That is also one concern. And then other concern might be mm, what could other concerns be? Uh, yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, there might be like a lot of concerns, which I think we should think about that. I think we should gather more resources, uh, or maybe let's see, uh, government techniques. Wait a minute. Okay, I think we should like stop. Yeah, yeah. There's another research. I forgot about it. alignment techniques. Right. Resource paper. Yeah. This paper also we thought of reading, right? So maybe I should wait before writing. Maybe in the next video we'll cover this paper and then yeah. It's communications. Misalignment they're talking about, but then I'll just share with I'll just share with you this very useful website, profit.io. You just paste in the link and then the web page without any ads or stuff. See, what is the name? Oh, well, that doesn't actually work. This website, but anyway, that is probably not. Uh, right. So there are other resources, right? There are other resources. Maybe we should go through them too. Which is yeah, maybe we'll go through them too. And then again, we should probably read this paper. I think we'll read this paper first and then go through the other AGI paper, the alignment techniques paper, and then we'll try to understand everything. What is character? What this character is there, and also we will read like the AI and moral psychology paper. See if there are any good introduction points. So for this video, I think yeah. So I think yeah. So this is another reason. I think we'll read a reason for this video and then we'll end this. We'll just read this very small part. So let's try. Let's start. Uh, if the alignment goal is symbiotic, unaligned AGI, not aligned AGI, is still important that those aiming to develop AGI target aligned AGI at least as an intermediate step if catastrophic misalignment is to be avoided. Okay, wait a minute, I haven't got that. If the ultimate goal is symbiotic unaligned AGI, not aligned AGI, is it still important that those aiming to develop AGI target aligned AGI at least as an intermediate step if catastrophic misalignment is misalignment is to be avoided? One may think so, simply because the target design AI systems such that they actually try to do what their operators want them to do, difficult to achieve as it is still far clearer and thereby potentially far more feasible than the target. Develop AGI as a intergenerational social process that the human can coexist with it symbiotically. However, a thought that suggests the opposite conclusion is that not aiming for aligned AGI at any stage might actually be helpful in avoiding catastrophic misalignment because it may diminish incentives for systems being developed into AGIs to strategically hide their emerging goals and preferences from their developers. Okay, so yeah, wait a minute. So being developed into AGIs to strategically hide the okay, such strategic hiding will be rational if those systems must assume that they will be deployed only if and when the operators regard them as completely aligned. But if the developers are only concerned with avoiding misalignment and do not aim for alignment at any stage, and if this is transparent to the system being developed, incentives for strategic intention hiding and starting are diminished because the systems do not need to expect shutdowns if they reveal their true preferences. The dynamic at play here would be similar to the one which underlies the finding the children in punitive education, which one might describe as ruthlessly aligning the children, are more prone to lying than children in non-punitive education. Interestingly, the idea that reflects on parenting, notably queer theories on parenting, might be helpful in guiding machine learning research with an eye to the development of socially beneficial AGI system that has been produced independently by these people propose. A suggestion by Krovesker and actually that fits very well with the ideas developed is that parenting lens might lead us to problematize the degree to which humans assume that they should be able to control it. Again, very interesting information here. Again, I think that is enough for today's video. And thank you for watching this video. By the way, if you did, and I will see you in the next one.